Hey there, truckers. Welcome to Redneckanize, all things trucking and then some. Hope you enjoy the show.
But yes, give us a call at 515-602-9731. And this is going to bring me into our next sponsor, Trucker Tools and Truckers Tools app. This app will actually help you. You can get loads off of the app, help you with parking, a little bit of everything. It's a very interactive app. And if you are not sure of how to use it, call them. They'll walk you through it. They'll help you if you need it. They've been a sponsor of ours since 2019, and they are currently still a sponsor of us. And they plan on being a sponsor of us. So they're actually going to be one of our sponsors, hopefully, when it comes to our truck show. I've already approached them with the subject, so we'll see what happens. I just pulled up cdllife.com because we actually met with them down at the show, down at Matt's, and and they just had a thing on there about the or the spring in the Midwest is one big nope, and it's showing a tornado. The last thing you want to see while getting parked for the night. Yeah, I don't think I'd want to be involved in a tornado in a big truck, especially in a parking lot. So, let's see. Oh, here's a good one. Pennsylvania bill would require businesses to grant restroom access to truck drivers. And it says a similar bill was previously introduced in Washington. And what do you guys think about that? Like I said, I didn't want to bring up the basic news and that was going on, but that was kind of like, because I live, 4 miles from PA. I think it's a good thing. I think every facility that you go to, that you deliver into, should be able to give you access to a restroom. Because it's crazy. You go to some and it says, employees only or something along those lines. But it says Representative Jason Silvis recently introduced House Bill 2465, also known as the Truck Driver Restroom Access Act. The bill would require retail establishments, shippers, receivers, and port terminals to give truck drivers access to their restrooms when delivering or picking up goods during regular business hours. This requirement would be enforced by the Department of Health, which shall issue a written notice upon an initial violation, followed by a $300 fine for subsequent violations. And it goes into, as someone who was a commercial driver's license, CDL, had a CDL, I understand the skill and long hours required as a CDL driver, Silva said. Even before COVID, access to restrooms was a problem for these drivers who cannot easily park at a gas station due to the size of their vehicles. In addition, many times they are forced to wait in their trucks for hours for their turn to unload or to be reloaded. Access to bathroom facilities is a sanitary issue that needs to be addressed. This bill would be referred to the House Transportation Committee. Similar bill was introduced in Washington earlier this year. So it goes on to it. So I'm not going to read all of it to you, but that's a good thing. They need to actually, take care of the drivers, because the drivers is what's getting everything to and from them. So, but okay, I am going to read the last little bit of this. It says the bill, House Bill 1706, contained a provision requiring retail establishments to provide truck drivers access to restroom facilities or face a possible fine. The bill also contained a provision requiring marine terminal operators to provide drayage truck operators the access to sufficient restroom facilities. The bill was signed into law by a provision requiring restroom access for retail establishments was considered controversial and was removed. Gaining access to restroom facilities has been a long-standing problem for truck drivers, but since the beginning of COVID-19 crisis, truckers across the country have struggled even more to find available bathrooms, as many facilities restricted access in any attempt to slow the spread of the virus. Why is it they always want to use that? They were doing that way before COVID. It wasn't anything new. It's not like they were doing it before that, just because of that. It was going on way before that. It was one of those things that they didn't really care, They didn't want some dirty truck driver in their bathroom. Don't worry, that truck driver, brought you your food for the, your store. And it's like, really? Why? Why do you have to be so mean to drivers?
And I don't remember if it's Oregon or Washington has mandated that all shippers and receivers have a restroom for
Washington
drivers who are delivering and delivering and picking up freight. They have to be. It's now law that they have to be allowed to use the restroom.
Yeah, and I read a thing on CDL Life earlier that PA has introduced the same type of House bill.
Yeah, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it was Washington. They said it was similar to the one in Washington. So.
Right. I knew it was one of the two up there.